Okay, so we're going to be talking about the present indicative and present progressive tense. So first we'll talk about the present indicative. The present indicative is used to describe something that's happening in the present, something that is happening in the near future, or an action that is repeated regularly. It's also used for general descriptions. In the Spanish language, verbs can have three different endings. It can be AR, like hablar, to talk, ER, like comer, to eat, or IR, like vivir, to live. To conjugate a verb in the present indicative, drop the ending of the infinitive and add the ending that matches the verb ending and the subject. So let's go over the AR verb endings in the present indicative tense. Yo, o, tú, has, él, ella, usted, ha, nosotros, hamos, vosotros, habéis, and ellos, ellas, ustedes, han. So as an example, we'll conjugate hablar in the present indicative. It's yo hablo, I talk. Tú hablas, you talk. Él, ella, usted, habla, he, she, you formal talks. Nosotros hablamos, we talk. Vosotros habláis, you all talk. Ellos, ellas, usted hablan, they talk. The ERIR verb endings in the present indicative are yo, o, tú, es, él, ella, usted, nosotros, hemos, imos, vosotros, habéis or is, ellos, ellas, en. Our examples for ERIR verbs are comer and vivir, which conjugate as como, comes, come, comemos, comis, comen. Vivir conjugates as vivo, vives, vive, vivimos, vivis, and viven. Now let's talk about some of the irregular verbs. First on our list is the irregular yo verbs. This includes tener, which in the yo form changed to tango, hacer turns to hago, ver, veo, saber, sé, dar, doy, decir, digo, salir, salgo, traer, traigo, conocer, conozco, venir, vengo, and poner, pongo. There are also verbs that are irregular for every subject in the present indicative tense. One of these verbs is ser, to be, which conjugates to soy, eres, es, somos, sois, and son. Estar, also meaning to be, conjugates to estoy, estás, está, estamos, estáis, and están. Ir, meaning to go, conjugates to voy, vas, va, vamos, vais, and van. Oír, to hear, conjugates to oigo, oyes, oye, oímos, oís, and oyen. The last type of irregular verb we're going to talk about is stem-changing verbs. There are 4 different types of stem-changing verbs in the present tense: e to ie, e to I, o to ue, and u to ue.
An example of the E to IE stem changer is querer, which translates to quiero, quieres, quiere, queremos, queréis, quieren. And if you notice, the words in blue change from E to IE. However, the ones that are not in blue, which are outside of the hypothetical boot, do not change. Other examples of E to IE verbs are below. Another example of a stem changer is pedir, which is an E to I stem changer. It goes to pido, pides, pide, pedimos, pedis, piden. It takes the same forms in this little boot where it changes, and the ones outside of the boot do not change. Other examples of E to I, O to UE, and U to UE are below. And now we're going to talk about present progressive verbs. Now you may say, what is a present progressive verb? Well, in English, when you are doing something that involves an ing ending, like running, eating, or sleeping, present progressive is the equivalent in Spanish. Now, how do you form this present progressive? Use the conjugated verb estar and a present participle. First, let's go over some basics and go over the conjugations of estar. In the present tense, estar is conjugated into yo estoy, Tú estás. Él, ella, usted está. Nosotros estamos. Vosotros estáis. And ellos, ellas, ustedes están. Just be sure to remember that tú, él, ella, usted, and ellos, ellas, ustedes, all those conjugations have accents over the A's. Once you choose the correct conjugation of a star, add the present participle in order to make the present progressive. Now I know you're asking me, what is this present participle? To create this special present participle, you want to add different endings to the verb that you want. For AR verbs, take off the AR at the end of the verb and add ando. For ER and IR verbs, you take off the ER or the IR and add iendo at the end. And here are some ejemplos. For example, I am speaking translates into estoy hablando. John is eating turns into Juan está comiendo. We are running turns into nosotros estamos corriendo. And of course, like any other thing in Spanish, there are irregulars. An example here is caer turns to cayendo, creer turns to creyendo, and ir turns to yendo. And if you couldn't tell at this point, if a verb has two vowels next to each other, then add a yendo. Some other examples are seguir, which turns to siguiendo, dormir, which turns to durmiendo, and repetir, which turns to repitiendo.